Oh, hi guys. Today is the 2nd of June. Uh, After yesterday's trial on the 1850 and hearing strange noises from the engine, I decided to have Harry come up and take a look at it. And we ran from about right here over, uh, checking this, checking that, and I don't know how to put it, other than to say he agrees that there is something a bit strange going on with the engine. It has plenty of power, don't get me wrong. And he even said, pulled in and seen that 11 shank chisel plow on the back of it. He's like, it ain't gonna pull it. Well, he made several rounds on here and was a little flabbergasted by what it'll do. And he said it's not lacking for power. He said it needs a set of duals in the worst way, and I said I know it does. But what you see is one pass with a chisel plow and one pass with a disc. That's it. It's been miserably hot here today, about 90, or not 90, 88, 89 degrees. Wind's blowing, it's drying stuff out. However, don't you just love those howevers? However, the problem is, tonight, Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday, they're talking heavy rain. Ain't nothing I can do about it. This ground is wet. It's almost too wet to even work it. But this was more of a try the 1850 out and see if it needs something kind of deal. Plus I had to know. Well, I know, excuse me, it's got plenty of power. And as Harry put it, it smokes like a freight train. Which he said may be one of his problems. He says, I think somebody's turned the pump up and it's just getting way too much fuel now. We did a lot of things to it here in the field trying, and come down to the conclusion it's not in the bottom half of the motor, because the engine is running good oil pressure, 45 pounds above even hot. It's not getting hot to where it boils over. I know everything in the fuel system is right other than the injection pump. From the fuel tank, fuel lines, fuel filters, injectors, I know that's all right. The only thing that's left is the pump itself and the valves. As far as being set, they got to be really close, otherwise it wouldn't hold 325 to 350 psi per cylinder on a compression test. So if anything, we're thinking maybe valve guide valve guides are wore out and it's getting slop in them. Maybe, we don't know. He said, if it were mine, get through the spring, plan on pulling ahead and taking a look at it. Plain, pure, and simple. And then go from there. He said, the pistons look good. He said they got to be fairly good, otherwise it wouldn't hold that kind of compression. But he said it may need a valve job. New valve guides and seals put in, even though it's not leaking oil now. It's kind of in that he was scratching his head just like I was. He deals with them every day. I don't. I start hearing strange noises that I've not really heard before. Get somebody that knows more than I do, just to double check. So I had the long out hooked to the disc, and like I say, this is just once over. One time with one pass with a chisel plow, one pass with a disc, and I believe this is going to mellow out really good. Now, where I run to, right over there, that's about how far I had plowed. Now over here, there were patches, little patches of grass, like over here. Over here, it's thick with it. And I'm going to, hopefully, with one of the tractors, plow that up, and the backfield. The only reason I did this was to see if how the tractor reacted. If there was anything funny going on with it. And it pulled it. It's 8-10 inches deep. I'm going to say 8-inch average, which is fine because, well, you're going to start. That's where you start bringing up clay anyway. So there's no sense of doing that. But it has been broken deeper now. Like I say, that's once with a disc. Well, I should say once with a chisel plow, once with a disc. And this stuff is wet, mind you. You can make mud balls out of it real easy. So it's plenty wet. But this will open it up, let it get some air. It'll warm it up because this ground is still cold. But guarantee you today will help it a bunch. Like I say, the disc has done a great job. It always does. Nice and shined up. Wheat is looking good. So I've got fuel coming tomorrow. I've got everything arranged in the barn to get what I need put in. And when it dries up again, everything's ready to go to hit it hard. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. Ain't got there. So we're playing things by ear. Now, my neighbor they no-tilled today. Now, mind you, I can't get into the lower part of the field down here. A lot of times you're grabbing the 3-point lever and pulling it up just a little bit because you start spinning because it's wet. field next to me, I can walk across the fence and show you. There's water standing in the field. But the big no-till man told me, you gotta plant, gotta get it in the ground, gotta plant it. Gotta get it in. Don't be afraid to plant. You gotta plant. Well, piss on that. I got news for you. If we're looking at 3 days, next 3 days worth of heavy rains and mid to upper 80 temperatures, it'll scald that seed right in the ground. If it grows, okay, hey, I'm happy for it. But I don't think it's going to do nothing but rot in the ground. But I could be wrong. You know, that's up to him. But it's kind of in that you farm the way you want, I'll farm the way I want, we'll get along. Don't start telling me what I got to do. And that's what he's been doing. But as the first field work goes, it's going pretty good. And to tell you the truth, I don't think I could have gone any farther toward the woods working, because it gets wetter going that way and that way. Took the tractor, went down into the backfield, and there is no way in the world you're going to work it right now. Ain't happening. Too wet. Just the way it is. So, first field work is done. May not be exactly as much as I wanted it to be, but I've got something done. And that's a good thing for here. Don't own a turbo till, so hey, this looks a whole lot better to me than what that ground looks like that's been being turbo tilled around here. I can tell you that. And oh yes, we did get some sun today. And I think I'm going to call it here. I've got everything ready to go for tomorrow for the fuel man. And I'm going to look on the computer tonight at 354 Perkins engines and see what I can find out. At the most it would be a valve job, which I really don't think it needs a valve job as much as it needs valve guides and seals. But get it done, you know. And start looking at that as a summer project, because I really like the way it runs and pulls. It just needs the bugs worked out of it. So I'm going to call it here, guys, and we'll see you next time. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hey, better than nothing. I gave it a try. There's 75, 100 foot on the end of the field I can't get into because you sink. So I got what I got, and I'm happy with that. So we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that like button and ring that bell to get notifications on new videos. So we'll see you next time, guys. Well, being this 2nd of June, replant is in full swing around here. Bad as I hate to say it, there was a lot of ground. This was corn too, that was planted that really shouldn't have been planted. But it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. So, them ain't the best looking beans in the world either. We'll see you next time, guys.